Good day and welcome to Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia by the Three Sisters up here in the Blue Mountains with Peter Lloyd. It's been a great trip up here, I have to say, and he's been kind enough to take us around a few bits and a few places. But he's obviously a great historian and writer of cricket books, of which I'm fortunate enough to have them. So what we're going to do here is Pete's going to talk us through some of the books he's actually written. So over to you, Peter. Let's have a go.
Well, thanks, Andy. It's great to meet you in person for the first time,
yeah,
and
sure.
having watched you on videos over the last several years. Hard act to follow, mate.
Well,
yes, but I'm very pleased that you have all my books. I have quite a few collectors who are gracious enough to have bought all of them, which is terrific. Producing a self-published book is an expensive process and complicated in some ways, but you have the liberty to be able to go beyond what a publishing house may, a professional publishing house may put limitations on you. I think the bottom line with my work, in collaboration with Peter Schofield at different times, has been to go for broke and do as much as you possibly can, fit as much as you possibly can into the book, visually and in text.
There's some great research going on. I mean, it must take you forever to do the research, to be fair.
Well, true. So here's my first biography, which I did in 22. Won the Australian Cricket Society Award for that year with this book.
Did it? Well done.
Warren Bardsley, the first Mr. Cricket. It took about 18 months to write this book, and it was my first effort as a biography. And it was so fascinating, the process of researching somebody who hadn't had a book written about him up till now. It was really an eye-opener for me, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was a labour of love. It was just at the time when COVID was allowing people to become a little bit freer. So I started the process in COVID times. And these days you can do a lot of research from home office. We're lucky in this era to have digitisation of newspapers and magazines and the like.
Very helpful.
Australia, England, New Zealand have got some wonderful publicly funded sites which are easy to access, and once you know how to operate the system, you can get a lot of information rather rapidly.
Beautifully produced as well, Peter, I have to say. I mean, it's a lovely thing.
They're nice, and
the photographs have come out superbly.
Some of the photos are a bit shady because they are from a digitised copy, but I was trying to work on a principle of about at least every second or third page to have something
There's a
of
nice
interest.
postcard there, that I'll just see.
Yes, what's that one about?
Yeah. That's the 1912 MCC side.
So there you go. You've obviously been. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a couple of the players were obviously there, and they've had their images superimposed.
Yeah. I've got a lovely one at home, which is going to be on another podcast of the 1911-12 MCC side.
It was a great side.
Signed, fantastic.
Yes, yes. There were some discussions going on just recently about how it was that Australia were essentially thrashed by that visiting team. We were in our dotage.
Barnes.
Yeah, that's right, Foster and Barnes. The Australian side were in the wane, and many of them were elder statesmen by that stage. That's right, but we bounced back. So here's one of them that I love. I think this might be. Well, this is not. I thought it might be one of your.
Probably announced this one, will it?
Yes, Anstis.
Yeah, nice.
But I know you're such an aficionado of the boats.
Yes,
mate.
That's a lovely
Gosh,
one. Yeah,
they're nice, aren't they?
Yeah, very nice.
I
see it in colour too.
It is. That's right.
Generally
nice.
Black and white, but a nice colour one is superb.
So is the colorisation put in afterwards? Is that how it works?
Well, there were colour photographs, but I think generally you're right. They'd be coloured in afterwards.
Yes.
But
hand tinted sort of thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing with these ships they changed funnels left, right, and centre because they built them up because of the spats of soot going over the passengers and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
And they laid them back a bit, and then they changed the colour. Blah blah blah. So there's quite a lot of history to a ship.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's fascinating too to include some details about the boats. I noticed that in Peter Schofield and Rick Sisson's book, they did a lot of work on the ships that were used for touring across the Tasman. So the other thing I am really interested in doing is putting in original scorecards, or should I say scorebook entries from, in my case, the New South Wales Cricket Association library.
Yeah.
And I've got several of the lovely pieces from Bill Ferguson.
Yeah, Bill Ferguson, yeah.
Had such a wonderful, flourishing signature and handwriting.
Yeah, lovely.
That I think adds a lot to a book as well. So the Warren Bardsley book was my first entry into writing a biography. Never been done before.
Another beautiful publication, this one.
The Monty Noble book.
Yeah.
Now, I think Bardsley was about 280 pages. Monty Noble about 450. However, the next one, the most recent one, 750 pages on Charlie McCartney. So it's either I'm becoming a bit more voluble, or there's more interest in Charlie than there was in Warren. But in the case of Monty Noble, he hadn't ever had a biography written about him. Talking to another well-known cricket writer, Australian cricket writer, he told me that he'd been thinking about the idea of writing about Monty, but he thought that his life wasn't interesting enough to bother.
Oh right, didn't dig deep enough.
No, he did not dig deep enough, because Monty had a very tough background. He was one of eight children, and parents were constantly bickering. Father was a bit of a bully and a brute. And he was raised, as the youngest, he was raised mostly by his mum. So he didn't have a silver spoon like I think some people thought that he may have had. Anyway, so again, lots of colours. There we've got the
beautiful thing,
the shield that was donated to Sydney Grade Cricket, the Horden Shield, and it's in the.
It's a lovely looking thing, isn't it?
It is. It's wonderful. It's made by the same jewellers, Melbourne Jewellers, as made the Sheffield Shield, and it's in the New South Wales Cricket Association library. You know, nice cabinet display. Craig, you might want to go out and visit them at some point.
They're a bit wary when I turn up to stuff like that, because I always bring a bag with me.
Yeah. So another book that, here we are. I've got one here. The RMS Omra and the Andy Collier collection.
There we go.
And Andy's been very generous to me. In fact, I'm writing a book at the moment on the New South Wales 1923-24 tour to New Zealand, and it's obviously a book that's got contextual areas to it, so it leads into the specific tour by talking about who else had come to visit New Zealand since the early 1800s, and there were several, more than 20. But then I also wanted to put a little bit of an epilogue into the book to talk about what after that did New Zealand cricket do, and you've given me some lovely photographs from the 1927 New Zealand tour and from the 1931 English tour.
Yeah.
So they'll be in the book. You'll have to get a copy, mate.
There you go. That'd be nice. That'd be lovely. Yeah. So we've got one more to talk about, haven't we? Charlie McCartney, or not?
Yeah. So Charlie McCartney. Now there had been a biography.
Beautiful production. Again.
Oh yes. I mean,
thing.
Choosing the colours of the leather and cloth. Yeah. It's really a fascinating part. So I use the same bookbinder in all of these books. Also with the Bradman and Trumpet book. I think Peter and Rick maybe they use the same binder.
I didn't go into producers with them actually.
No. So Charlie had a biography written 20 years ago, and it was an okay book. It had information of a basic style about it, but it didn't really get into the inner man. It talked about his cricket.
Well, that's one thing about your books. I mean, you've gone in such depth in research, and these things have come out of the woodwork and which we didn't really know about.
No, that's right.
It's probably like the Bardsley book there. One of Bardsley's brothers, I think he was a dentist, wasn't he? Did he do work on Bradman?
Yes, he did.
1926,
yes, so
like that?
In fact, so Warren and Mick, or Ray Bardsley as was christened, but Mick as was known, they are members of this McCartney side to New Zealand in 23-24. And Ray had done a dental course and was in the dental forces for the First World War. He worked on Don Bradman's teeth. He had to extract, I think, 8 teeth from Don when he was playing grade cricket for...
8 teeth?
8 teeth.
He
hadn't maintained proper dental hygiene.
Right.
And they had to be pulled out. Then he had replacements put in, but he was off duty for cricket duty for about a fortnight, and he was playing for St George in the Sydney grade competition at the time. And for some reason, people didn't know, he came in, I think, last in the batting order because he was still recovering from his operation.
Would he have been a guinea pig then, Don?
He
or not?
well, in those days,
What sounds like what he's done there is pretty major. I mean,
it was very major.
You can go to Turkey and get all that done for £5.
You can. That's right. You can do. Well, Monty Noble also. He was a dentist. Probably not quite as well educated as Ray Bardsley. He was a bit after Monty's time, but Monty was really often away from his dental practice in the city in Sydney, and he had locums working for him. Ray, when he took time off, just closed his office down. But yes, he was well known around the cricket circles. So after doing the dental work on Don Bradman, he got a lot of business from other cricketers. Not that they wanted their teeth removed, but
Sure. No, fair play.
yeah.
Play.
I mean, being a dentist in the early part of the 20th century was, you know, it's not quite the same as today. But
No, not quite Victorian times, but nearly.
that's right. Yes,
Yeah, great.
So anyway, it's true. There's so much more information in this book than there was in the original McCartney biography.
Yeah, sure. That's great. Well, Pete, it's been fantastic an interview there, I have to say, and I look forward to your new book.
Thank you very much, Andy. So I'll look forward to you seeing it on your shelf.
Yeah, well,
in
that's
your
what,
inner sanctum.
Well, you've encouraged me to move them around a bit now, but
I think so. It's just a bit of variety.
A bit of variety, yeah. No, fair play. But it's been a fantastic interview here today with Pete. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and we'll see you on the next one, wherever that may take us.
Oh. Good on you.
That's all right.
That's good. Very good. Yeah.
Okay,
In fact, I think you'd agree with this, wouldn't you, Craig? I think interviewing somebody